Recently, I had gotten a faulty percolator from a client and she requested me to fix it, of course at a cost. So firstly, I tested it myself and surely it was not working. So the first thing I did was to test the continuity of wires on its base. So I brought my multimeter, I turned the knob to continuity mode or to diode mode. If you don't know how to use a multimeter, you can check my other video which teaches you how to use a multimeter, or press the I button to take you directly. I found out that one line of wire had continuity while the other didn't have. So what I did, I quickly opened the plug and the base itself. I measured continuity again, still the same thing. Here I found out that the neutral wire was a bit sagging, so I fixed it in place. And then once again closed the whole base and the plug itself. I then tested the whole system to find out what I'd repaired. When I tested again, I found out that the percolator was still not working. I wondered what was the actual problem. I turned the voltmeter to HV stroke high voltage mode. Then tested the alternating voltage from the wall socket that was flowing through the base. I found out that the alternating voltage was around 208 volts, which means it was properly reaching the base. Next, I decided to open the percolator itself. Starting from its base, I opened all the 3 screws that were there using a screwdriver. I also opened the screws that were on the sides where the switch was located. Then I gently removed the plastics that were covering the inside parts. Now the inside parts are exposed. It is not a complex wiring. First of all, I unplugged the switch and measured its continuity. I found out that the switch was working, then followed by the coil. I measured the coil's resistance, and the coil had a high resistance as it should be, meaning that the coil was fine. Lastly, I measured the ring conductors on the base of the percolator. I found out that one ring was the trouble causer. It had no continuity, so I got my plier and removed the whole ring system. I carefully examined the ring system once again. I measured its continuity once again. It was still showing the same problem. One ring had no continuity, so I got a small piece of wire and soldered one end from the start of the ring to the other end from the inside, so as to complete the current flow. After I'm done, I once again measured continuity on both rings. Now both rings had continuity, meaning that current could easily flow from the rings to the inside parts. After noting that, I placed back the ring system to the percolator and placed back the necessary nuts that hold the ring system to the percolator. Next, I connected back the wires to where they are supposed to be. Next, I tested the percolator to find out whether it works as intended. I made the percolator sit on its base as it should be. Then I turned on the power from the socket. When I turned on the switch from the pre-enclosed percolator, the LED at the bottom lights up, indicating that the percolator is working fine. Next, I placed back the plastics that were supposed to cover the inside parts and placed back all the necessary screws using a screwdriver. After closing the whole percolator, I tested it once again. The LED at the bottom lit up. I even added some little amounts of water which it was able to boil, confirming that the percolator has been repaired successfully. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to like it. This really helps out to be noticed by the algorithm. Share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe if you like content like this, because I'll be uploading more. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.